Welcome in, Aries. It is your time, your turn for your May monthly reading. When I pulled your name, it was like, man, Aries has got themselves a really busy time this year. And very interesting. I don't know if this is going to have anything to do with this reading or not. It may be something totally different, but I'm sitting here getting my table ready, and I'm hearing the song by Roberta Flack. I know it by Roberta Flack. There have been other, pardon me, versions of it back in the 70s, and another R&B version of it in the 90s, I believe. But the song is Killing Me Softly. So, like I said, I don't know if that's something that pertains to your message today, Aries, because I hadn't drawn your zodiac name yet. I didn't know who I was going to read for when I sat down, but I just, like I said, I just sat down and that's all I kept hearing. So I don't know if that's separate or has to do with this. So let's just put a pin in that, right? So let's take a look at your May energy reading here, Aries. You've got Neptune is in your sign, in your energy. Saturn on the 24th is moving into your energy. Just big, big shift. So when Saturn moves into Aries, it will be for the next 30 years. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be 88 years old by the time Saturn is done with Aries. Saturn is my ruling planet, being a Capricorn. Not quite sure how that's going to play out specifically for me, but let's just tap in to see what, if even that even wants to come out in this reading. But my gosh, it's like I just keep hearing it's time to really get freaking real, Aries. Get real with yourself. Higher power. Man, this card has been all over these readings this month. So that's encouraging. That's definitely encouraging to remind us that we are divinely held in all of this stuff that's going on, um, individually and collectively, divinely held. Ooh, I love the feel of that. It just feels like a interesting, like a nice, comfy cashmere sweater is what I'm hearing. I don't wear cashmere, so that is for someone very specific. Um, I gotta write that. Divinely held. I just love what that feels like. What else for Aries? What are the themes showing up for Aries the month of May, or have been showing up and they're just going to be a little louder this month? Ooh, yes. It's all about you, Aries. It's time to get real. It's time to go after what it is that you truly want, bringing joy into everything. I'm hearing what goes around comes around, so this feels like good karma coming back to you. It's, the energy you've put out, the good energy you've put out, the generosity, the kindness, it's the compassion. It's all coming back to you tenfold, I'm hearing. Oof. And 34, the leg up card. Who had this yesterday? Was this Leo's? I think this was Leo's card. Yeah, actually, they had two of these three cards. I'm being asked to look at the bottom of the deck too, and we've got deep knowing here, Aries. Oh, okay. So for someone, I'm hearing that with the deep knowing, the leg up, you're being called to a specific situation, a location, because your expertise, whatever that is is needed by the universe. It's like when people talk about, they move and they're like, well, I never thought about, I don't moving to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then they just feel so drawn to go there, whether they go for a visit or they just pack up everything and they just move without even having any plans, or just fully surrender to the universe. And they get there and they realize that what they have to offer is what people are searching for in that space. You know what I mean? I'm really picking that up for someone, or this just could be an energy collectively that says um, your energy is just going to start gravitating and actually taking the action and to where you're being gravitated to. You get what I'm saying there? But this is like, man, I just feel like that happy card just feels very infectious. And I feel like that leg up is what you're offering to the collective, or a specific situation, specific individuals. It's going to play out differently for each and every one of you. Having a little bit of trouble shuffling these cards, getting them to go together. So I want to say there, rely on your inner knowing and your intuition. Don't try to put your spin on it. That's what I want to say. Don't try to put your spin on it. It's like telling a Capricorn stop micromanaging, right? So that's twice that Capricorn, my energy, my sign, has come up in this very quick 6-7 minutes here. So if you are dealing with a Capricorn, pay attention, because this definitely may be for you. I keep seeing the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. There you are. There you are, Aries. That's your energy. Time to take control, or it's not taking control. It's time to step fully into your power. I'll be surprised if I don't see the Magician, because I'm feeling that energy in my field here. Stepping fully into your power. Well, let's take everything that just flipped and see what wants to come out. King of Swords. Seven of Swords. Tower. And the World. Yeah, you are certainly, your lives are about to be totally turned upside down in an incredible way. This feels so amazing. I can't express that enough. That happy, I just feel like I want to smile all the time. But I'm trying to, stay focused here, which is okay. I mean, I can smile too, but it feels good. There doesn't feel like there's any repercussions from this tower. This just feels like what I was saying before, the good karma that you've put out there. I feel like you're going to be surprised that at how much you're needed here for the collective energy. I do feel like there's something coming in where you're like, it's like eyes wide open. You're really discerning and seeing something for the truth of what it is. Seeing maybe beyond illusions, beyond lies, or seeing the lies for seeing that a truth is not a truth. You know what I mean there? I'm being asked to really separate these two, because there's a bridging energy I'm hearing. So let's take a look at the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords first and foremost here for Aries for the month of May. What's coming to light for them? Yesterday we just had the full moon in Scorpio, so we are still fully in that transformative energy. Getting rid of and walking away from, releasing, letting go of things that don't serve us. Yeah. Having a really truthful conversation here with someone. I feel like I can also say that this truth has set you free. That traditional saying the truth will set you free, because this feels like freedom here. It's like, instead of these wands going around this bird, he's taking one in its beak and he's following the momentum. I Again, I want to say, I feel like by the end of the month, you're gonna have a pretty darn good idea of where you're going. Like, I mean, this is travel as well, the world. So you definitely, some of you certainly will be traveling um, this year. They're bringing it out not just for May. I know I do these monthly videos, but the energies can play out at any time. They can play out for the rest of the year. You can find this video in 3 years and the message rings true for you. So, just take what resonates and flow with that. Uh, there has been some no, I thank you. I want to say there is a progression going on here. We go from the Seven of Swords to the Eight of Wands. We go from maybe not having clarity and not having the truth of something to a conversation that brings in very clear messages for you. Talk to me about this tower in the world. A whole new world. A whole new world. But it may feel a little chaotic at first as the energies try to settle down. Once these planets make these major shifts this year, um, we need to get our footing. Interesting. I don't know what those gourds or fruits are that they're floating on. Like, they're standing on these things that are floating in the water. And I've been getting a lot lately, because I know for me, I'm really being challenged, excuse me, with getting my footing in my new energy, So I want to say you're being carried, number one, but not because you don't have the ability to stand on your own. You're being carried because oftentimes there are moments in our journey where we need to be carried and held into the next um, frequency, for lack of a better word. Um, it reminds me of I don't know it verbatim, but it's the poem about the footprints poem, where there's two footprints and all of a sudden there was just one. That's when Jesus carries us. Again, it's not because we don't have the ability to function or move through what we're moving through. It's because it's a moment that allows the universe, our higher power, to show us mercy and grace and peace and comfort. It's like a well done. Let me take this for you for right now, because there's going to be a time when you're going to be put back down on steadier foundation, on a steadier ground, to really it's like while you're being carried, you're being recharged. And I'm just really focused at the lightning here. You're being recharged for this journey, for the next cycle. I love that. Wow. What's the next cycle? 10 of Cups, man. Holy fuck. 10 of Cups, yeah. Happy, happy, happy. Ooh, happy day. Ooh, happy day. I've just got I've just got all this good vibe energy around me, and it just feels fabulous. Page of Wands. Yeah, get excited. There's I do want to say something here, Aries. If you've got something big going on in your life, for whatever reason, Spirit wants you to pick and choose who you're telling. It's exciting news. Not everyone's going to receive it well. But I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to start feeling this inability to contain your joy. And it's like, I don't want to say, keep it to yourself, but I do want to say that. There's nothing wrong with feeling what you're feeling. Of course, there isn't. You've gotten here by some pretty skeevy, deceptive ways. Having to, not saying you lied and cheated your way through here. I'm just saying the situations where you've had to go through you had to weed through some pretty um, dishonest situations and people and places and things like that, right? Mindsets, even patterns. And it's important that you celebrate this, but I've just got a feeling here, even though it's not on the table, other than that Seven of Swords, that feels like it's in the past. I feel like I just want to say to you, be very discerning with who you share it with. Right now. Just right now, okay? Can you clarify the Page of Wands? What is this news and why am I feeling they need to keep it a little bit close to their chest here? Because it's big. It's big. Ooh, moon. Wow. I know you can't see how this landed, but it just landed on top of another deck. It was like it was it was perfectly planned and planted. Yeah, there is some energy out there that come on, let's be honest here. When our light gets bright and our lives start reflecting that, or vice versa, however it goes, I feel like there are energies that would like to try to trip us up. Let's just put it that way. I do feel like this full moon in Scorpio, that we're still sitting and marinating in the energies of, has had a very pivotal impact on this. Whether you feel that or not, I'm not quite sure you're picking up on, or it's even presenting itself to you yet. But because this card has a bridge, let's take a look at the bridging energies here. What got Aries here? We know in the past this is, you know, it, there's been some discrepancies in people's words toward you, about you. Could even be discrepancies in your own thoughts about a situation or a person. All right. Yeah, Six of Swords. Yeah, you saw the truth. It's like you saw the truth, you saw the light, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna take that truth. I don't have to stay in the situation, but I'm gonna use it to propel me forward and move into something better. Well, look at you. You are moving straight toward this tower, a new foundation, a new journey, maybe even a new land. A new land, like I said, could be moving cross country, cross state, even if it's just to another town or another street in the town that you're in. You're moving. There's your energy no longer resides in that old energy. You're using the truth and you're allowing it to propel you forward. Like I said earlier, you're definitely going where you're being, drawn to. You feel these pulls to certain places. Or it could be you're just driving down the highway and all of a sudden you say, I'm going to take this road. And you go down that road and oh my gosh, I don't know, you run into somebody who has had car trouble and you can help. Or I'm seeing, interestingly enough, because it's in my area, you could be seeing like a horse and buggy that lost a wheel, and the Amish couple, they need help. You know, however you can help them. They don't allow a lot of, like they don't allow a lot of our ways, but still, there's something you're and that's the thing. I feel like there's just a lot wants to come through here. I feel like I said earlier, if you feel drawn to like go to another country or another state or something like that, you're number one, you're being drawn there. You're allowing the universe to move you, which is beautiful because it's like total surrender here. But it's not. It's going to be on all levels. It's not just going to be on an overall level where it's going to change your life. You're going to find this on little levels. You're going to find it on little things that you do every day. Like I said, driving down a different road, coming across somebody who needs your help, or an animal that needs your assistance, or um, somebody at the grocery store. This is like micro and macro here. What else can you tell us about the bridging energies for Aries? Ooh, that was nice. I love the Magician. Did I not say before I even drew? I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I mentioned I'd be surprised if the Magician did not come out, and it came out because I was feeling that energy. You are glowing, you are vibrating, you feel, because I know you do, because I'm feeling it coming through my body, tapping into your energy, Aries. You feel this pulsating vibration, this frequency just moving through you, and it's exciting, and it's got you on this natural high. And maybe you asked, where can I be of service? And man, the universe is saying, just listen to your intuition, your gut, and we'll send you to where you're needed the most. Divinely held through all of this. You're being sent to where you're needed the most. Wow. I feel like, so in my heart chakra, I'm feeling it do this. It's like in that getting small, it feels like it's just a little bit of a this is happening really fast. But then it's like, bring it on. And then it's like a moment of, oh, I don't know. That's what I'm talking about here. Those moments when it gets small, like there's it's not big fear, it's just, it's a little bit of a hiccup in the confidence of, can I do it? Do I have the tools? You have the tools, Aries. You have been waiting for a very long time for this, I'm hearing. Um, I forgot. I've got to keep an eye on the time. I've got to work. um, you've waited a long time for this. Where's that coming from? Six of Pentacles. Mission work, doing what you're meant to do here. What you've put out into the universe is now coming back tenfold. Spirit is saying. I wanted to say the universe, well, it's the same thing, right? Yeah, look at this higher power, the key in the third eye there. Oh, wow. So you've got this being's face. You've got this entity here. And then if I turn it upside down, I don't know, it's not going to show up on the camera. There's a face in there. Yeah, it's not good. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's like a child's face, the one that's upside down. There's that one. All aspects of you. Inner child, inner adult child, and the you that you are. All divinely held. Tell me, Spirit, why is Aries being sent to where they're needed the most? Some of you are going back to somewhere you may have been before. We've got 2 6s showing up. I'm hearing the word generosity. Why are you being sent to where you're needed the most? Okay, so one thing I want to say, yeah, Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. We have the King of Swords that came out first. There's, some of you will be speaking. I'm seeing someone like on a stage or in front of a group of people teaching and speaking. But for some of you, if this is not a place where you've ever knowingly been in this incarnation, wherever you're drawn to, every place that you're drawn to, it's not just one place, it's multiple, wherever from this moment forward, wherever you're drawn to, there's going to be a familiarity to it. And for most of you, that's going to be because it's a past life energy. But something, and the reason you're there is because you're balancing the scales. You're balancing the karmic scales. I said earlier about how the good karma is now coming back to you, all this stuff. And this is so, I didn't even see that before. This is so you can receive that knowledge, that recognition. What I didn't see before is look at the mirroring of the numbers 3443. The universe, everything is rising up to meet you. Aries, everything is rising up to meet you. I'm just feeling this incredible balance energy. I'm seeing scales balancing out. I'm seeing what you give out is exactly what you receive. Nothing is out of balance here. That's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Anything else you can tell? Apparently, Aries. Let's take a look at. Yep, you manifested this, baby. You are going places. You are rising, rising, rising. Man, I'm here in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, we've got the Lovers here. Choice. I gotta say, I'm just feeling it so strongly. It's about everything good you've put out there because you made conscious choices to do so. Now you're manifesting. You're receiving everything that you that you just deserve, man. There's no other way I can put that. It's like the universe is giving you a big nod and a heads up, and now you know how to work with your guides, and you know how to allow them to carry you, and then they know how, it's like the communication between you and your guides and your team. It's like it's so you don't even have to speak out. It's like the energy you give off lets them know when you're ready to be put down, when you need a leg up and you need some carrying for a moment, and then I I don't know. I hope I am expressing that. We've got the Hangman, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Coins. I feel like this is something that you may have thought was never going to come. But you have learned a great deal. You've allowed your experiences to wake you up to what true happiness is. And man, like I said, you've waited a long time for this, and it's here. Allowing yourself to receive it, Aries. Allow yourself to receive it. Like I said, there are going to be people or energies in this world that don't want you. This is what came out with this moon card, that don't want to see you succeed. But you know what? I think it's small potatoes. This might have been a lot louder in years past. I do also want to say, make sure that this isn't where you are allowing those fears to overrun you. All right, because you've got a brand new journey here, a new adventure. Page of Cups could be a new definitely going to be a new emotional experience, but it could be maybe for some of you, it could be of a divine counterpart coming in. For very few of you, I'm feeling that. But this is beautiful. When the big planets were in Capricorn, it was like, let's not do this. But being in Aries is like you're fired up. You're getting fired up, and the universe is saying good, because you're we're about to drop the big one here. We're about to drop everything that you've always wanted and dreamt of. This is your time, Aries. Time to choose you. Time to choose your life that you desire. No more lying to yourself. No more deceiving yourself. No more letting others steer you off course. This is big time goosebumps. Can you see that? Big time on that. Yeah, like I said, for some of you, this is going back to a childhood home or something, a place that you visited before. Um, I feel like now you're really going to see the impact that you have on the world and the people that you're being drawn to, you're being led to. Love this. I love this. I want this reading for me. This is very, very cool. Let's get a final message for Aries for the month of May. If this resonated, or even if it didn't, if you're interested in a personal reading to see what the next few months or the next few days mean for you, let's let's have a conversation about that. Yeah, my email is in the description box below, and we can discuss getting you on my schedule. What message, unicorns, do you have for Aries here moving forward? Trust. Ooh, I love that. This has come out for a few other zodiacs. I think I think you're the fourth one that's come out for. Maybe the third. It says, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. I think you already do. I think you already do. Yeah, and open to receive. This has been coming out as well. You are going to have an amazing time. Even when things don't feel like they're amazing, that's when you're going to be held and you're going to know everything's going to be all right. That is your reading, Aries. Thank you for letting me bring that message through for you. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful message. Thank you for joining me. As always, I love you guys so much. Yeah. Take care. We'll talk soon.